Welcome to the channel's book club. Once upon a time, on an uncertain date, a market day around 1934, when a church was built in a small village near Ifo, a rural community in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, a boy was born to a farmer and a petty trader. Childhood for him was common village life and a struggle to be educated. No one, including him, knew that destiny was constantly going to thrust him into the very heart of the most important events in his country's history. Hate him or love him, Olusegun Obasanjo, prolific author, Civil War hero, farmer, ex-prisoner, and two-time president of Nigeria, has a remarkable story. A story that is in many ways the story of Nigeria. In his latest autobiography titled My Watch, he attempted to tell that story, and he did so with some humor, much brilliance, and in many instances, typical combativeness. The book has drawn some praise and much criticisms, especially from those he didn't have many nice things to write about, like the Nobel Prize winner, Professor Wole Soyinka. At his hilltop home in Abeokuta, Ogun State, we sat with him to review his autobiography and ask a few other interesting questions. Please enjoy the interview. You are a very prolific writer. I mean, considering the past leaders in Africa and Nigeria specifically, you've written quite a number of books, many of them best-selling in Nigeria. I'm thinking of Nzeogu, I'm thinking of Not My Will, I'm thinking of My Command, and of course your latest book, My Watch, and quite a number of other books that are not so popular, yet very, very rich in content. This Animal Called Man. And then there's one on Babali, the story of Babali. What has inspired your writing? What inspires you to write so much?
Well, I have always regarded books as treasures. They are treasures. And they are also records. And when you want to know about any individual, I think they come out more clearly who they are, what they are in their books. Not only in terms of a biography or an autobiography, which My Watch, which you refer to, is about. Take a book like This Animal Called Man. It's all about my own philosophy of life. You talk about Babali, who was a man I met in Yola prison. It's part of my unique experience of life. And I believe that these must be chronicled for posterity, for people to learn about some of the things I have learned in life, about encounters I have had in life. And then, of course, I have written a few books that tend towards religion, about God and about Christian religion, about Pentecostalism. Again, these are some of the things that anchor my own life. And I put them down to share them with other people.
I think there has to be a regimen. I'm guessing you have a regimen for reading and writing, because writing is not easy at all. Churning out books that much is not easy. So I'm curious to know, do you have a regimen for writing and reading?
Well, I read a lot. In fact, one of my belief is that a leader should be a reader, because you cannot, in this day and age, you cannot really be a good leader without reading. So I read to be informed, I read to be educated, I read to be instructed, and I read to be updated. And I read also for relaxation, for fun, for humor. And well, if you do all this, you will have a fairly full life. Now, the essence, of course, the only way that what you have read, what you have known, what you have learned, what you have experienced, the best way to show it and to know that you have actually learned something, or you have, is to teach what you have read or what you have learned. And no better way of teaching it than writing about it. So you read, you write, and you have a way of influencing others, a way of letting others know as much as you know. And there's no point in living through this world and acquiring experience, acquiring knowledge, and not sharing it. You'll be regarded, for me, you'll be selfish, I would say. You should not share.